From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now on the Afternoon Edition, widespread airport delays and cancellations leading to long lines and frustrated flyers. Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ryan Yamamoto. Severe weather to the east is hampering airports and frustrated flyers all across the country. United Airlines taking the brunt of those issues, and that's having a major impact at SFO. Here are the latest figures on delays and cancellations nationwide. More than 3,300 delays, 1,500 cancellations at SFO today, 145 delays and 50 cancellations. Jocelyn Moran has the latest.
Well, all of those delays and cancellations are translating to what we are seeing here, just piles of bags and suitcases and a lot of people just trying to find their belongings.
This is Naomi here carrying her baby Heidi. She's trying to find her family's suitcases. SFO is a layover for them, but they've been here since yesterday afternoon, unable to get a flight to Missouri after their original flight was delayed several times and then eventually canceled. Her babies Heidi and OP have all the energy, but Naomi said it has been frustrating.
We slept on the floor with our babies, freezing cold, thin blankets that they gave us, and when we asked for more, they said they didn't have any more. They ran out of water, ran out of food. They had some Cheez-Its and some goldfish, but I mean, can't live off of that, you know?
She and her husband are planning on driving at this point to get home. Others are in similar situations. Miles here is trying to get to Oregon. He's traveling with his wife and 13-month-old baby. They've also faced delays and aren't sure where their suitcases are. He booked a new flight and thought he was good to go.
The next flight to Redmond is the one we're on, so I'm just kind of hoping they're there.
But then minutes after talking with us, he got an email saying their flight was canceled due to operational issues. We reached out to United. They pointed to weather and thunderstorms in the Northeast for the delays and cancellations across their system. Passengers are hearing other reasons too.
It was like, all right, we got y'all another plane. They ain't got no crew for it. So we waiting around.
They told you they didn't have a crew for that one?
Yeah.
No, not enough attendance.
Yeah.
Sharon and Thomason are trying to get to Hawaii to see their son, who they haven't seen in a year.
And it's her first flight and stuff.
Ever.
So,
I've never
she ain't
flown
never
before.
And unfortunately, this will be an experience to remember. For many, SFO is a layover. They're just hoping to get to their destination soon and safely.
And SFO is a major hub for United, and looking out at Oakland and San Jose, a lot fewer issues to report at those airports. Oakland has seen 30 delays and 0 cancellations. San Jose with 34 delays and 1 cancellation.
It's interesting because we were saying that, you know, what is it? Is it the weather? Is it just there's so many people traveling? But actually the weather here has been okay.
The weather has been great here, but that's not to say in other spots it hasn't been, and that ripple effect is now impacting us here in the Bay Area. So really, I mean, in New York City alone, last night they had to ground all their airplanes because the weather was so bad with major thunderstorms that impacted like 40 million people out in the Central Plains and up in the Northeast. So lots of changes in the forecast for us as we head into the next couple days here in the Bay Area. Let's actually dive into that right now, starting off with a live look at some satellite and radar imagery just throughout the states. There's those storms off in the Northeast moving out into the Atlantic. Now, once we extend all the way back over here into the Pacific, we're dealing with a completely different phenomenon. Well, first things first, I will say we have high pressure building its way in to our area as we head into the next couple days. I'm actually going to step off. Nope, there we go. It came back on. Those severe thunderstorms are moving off into the east. We have an excessive heat watch that we've been talking about for the past week down in the south. But back here, the National Weather Service has also lit up a lot of California with advisories heading into this holiday weekend. A heat advisory is issued for Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday, all throughout our inland areas, with temperatures ranging anywhere from the upper 90s, even into the triple digits. This is right around the corner, folks, and I know that's hard to believe when you look outside right now and you see this June gloom. It's still in full force right now, and we are still slowly starting to warm up a little bit more day by day, but heading into this weekend, it's going to hit us really fast in those inland areas. Right now, temperatures are still ranging in the 50s in San Francisco, 68 right now in Concord, off into the East Bay. As that marine layer pulls back, we'll see sunnier skies for the rest of the day today, with daytime highs topping off in the 80s over there, with 60s and 50s along the coast in the Bay. More on that heat wave, though, coming up in your full forecast. For now, I'm going to send it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Jess. And as we get closer to that 4th of July holiday, Santa Clara County now reminding people how to protect themselves, their property, and everyone else from fireworks-related injuries and potential fires. The risk of injuries and fire are the reason fireworks are illegal in the county. They say more than 74% of firework-related injuries happen during the coming weeks. County officials instead urge people to go to one of their approved firework displays.
Every year, first responders and medical staff witness the significant injuries that can occur from these illegal firework activities. They present significant injuries, severe burns, permanent disabilities, and loss of life.
They also stress to stay safe from the heat during the holidays by staying hydrated, wearing sunscreen and protective clothing, and not to drink too much alcohol if you're out in the heat for extended periods of time. Okay, now to the latest developments in the fire that forced over 160 people out of a San Leandro apartment. Alameda County Fire says right now, building inspectors are working to get the East 14th Street apartment building safe. Up to 10 units will stay closed because of fire and water damage. Impacted tenants were given hotel vouchers, and police will patrol the area to prevent looting.
Consumer Reports came out with a new study that shows some of the most popular brands of baby food contain heavy metals, including arsenic, cadmium, and lead. The brands include Earth's Best Organic, Organic's Happy Baby, Beech Nut Naturals, Gerber, and Baby Mum Mum. The report was a follow-up to the results of a study from 5 years ago on heavy metals in baby food.
3 of the products were actually better. They actually had lower heavy metals. And in fact, we could recommend that parents, if they so desire, could feed more servings of 3 of the products. 1 of the products stayed about the same, but 3 of the products actually did worse. And so we had to reduce the amount of each of these products that we recommend on a per serving basis to parents and say, you may want to feed less of these 3 products if this is on the menu for your child.
Now, they're not the sort of findings that should scare you into giving up store-bought baby food completely, but there are some details that parents should know to keep babies safe. The sounds of a healthy, happy baby. For Caitlin Berger, there is nothing sweeter.
Yeah. All of our decisions are factored around Jack, and it comes down to what we eat too.
So when it comes to making sure Jack is getting all the best nutrition, Caitlin and her husband Carl choose to make his meals themselves. They even have their own chicken coop. On the menu tonight, fresh salmon and broccoli. Don't forget the squeeze of lemon on top. Baby Jack probably eats better than most of us.
I figure I like this stuff. I enjoy this stuff, so why not let him have that same benefit as well?
But like most parents, Caitlin doesn't always have time to make everything that Jack eats.
When you're a working mom, you don't have a lot of time to put things together. You gotta use what you have and do it quickly.
So she grabs something quick and easy.
We have a lot of these teeter crackers. So this one is blueberry and purple carrot. This one is sweet potato and banana.
But now, a new Consumer Reports study on baby food found some of Jack's favorite snacks may contain heavy metals.
Children are growing and developing. Their brains are growing and developing, and these can be a more susceptible time period for exposures to these types of contaminants that can harm the developing brain as well as other developing body systems.
Dr. Tracy Woodruff is a professor of reproductive studies at UCSF.
I think it just speaks to the difficulty in how to clean up the food supply that's been contaminated from, past exposures or even ongoing exposures in the ground where foods are being grown.
The study found that products containing sweet potatoes and rice had the highest levels of heavy metals. They recommend giving a child no more than 1 serving a day. Where it gets tricky is the snack foods, because many of them are made with rice. And kids tend to eat a lot of them, like these puffs. 1 serving is only 50 puffs.
The study shows baby food in general is safe. I think what's important is, and I think the report does an excellent job of talking about this, is a balanced diet for your baby, right? So you try not to feed them one thing at a time.
As for Caitlin, she's not letting this study cause her to lose precious sleep.
That's really good. I can only do so much as a working parent. I'm not a scientist. My husband's not a scientist. And we have to trust that what's being put on the shelves is good for our child.
As for baby Jack, it's safe to say that philosophy hits the spot. Well, you can find the full study along with a list of the baby foods involved in the study on our website. It also includes the recommended serving sizes for each of the foods.